When the investment is hope, how do you quantify the loss? As life has placed upon me the burden of entertaining grief, I have had to examine it, to look very closely at this unwanted guest and ask myself why its presence carries such despondence. There is an obvious loss in my loss. There is the loss of his smile. There is the loss of his laughter. There is the loss of the ability to hear his thoughts on a matter ever again. There is the loss of the privilege of his leadership and direction. There is the loss of enjoying him for enjoyment's sake. Enjoying how he firmly, lovingly, and so playfully fathered our children, enjoying his routines, watching him make his morning cup of tea, watching him make his cup of cocoa in the evening, and eat his cherished biscuits at the end of the day. I always teased him. I always said, "You'll be a very interesting old man to live with." There is the loss of his presence. Oh, and those losses by themselves are overwhelming. And the more I examine my grief, the clearer it is to me that there is a much bigger loss. There is the loss of the investment of hope, the hope that 23 years of being together would have turned to a 60th wedding anniversary. The hope that all the hard work of our lives would yield to an old age that's resplendent and rich. When we fought, as most couples do, I would tell him and myself that we would be all right. I would share with him a vision of us in our 70s, settled in our home in the Bahamas. In that vision, he's in a white linen shirt and shorts. He's at the barbecue stand flipping burgers. We are surrounded by our kids and our grandkids. Our home has a beautiful pool, gardens, and a view of the ocean. I tell him that because he's the best driver I know, at some point he leaves the barbecue to take our grandson on a spin around the island to whatever vintage luxury car he has refurbished. You see, dreams like that, they have come to an abrupt and final end. There is the hope that the house you are building will stand. There is the hope that you will enjoy the rewards of your labor. There is an investment in a person because they are your person. And the hope is that they will be there so that you can be their person too. Grief, she tries to tire me out. Death would have felt like the end, if not that I know that I have a God who brings light out of darkness, not light into darkness, light out of darkness, hope inside grief, joy inside mourning. So, yes, when the investment is hope, how do you measure the ROI? When the investment is hope, how do you quantify the loss? When the investment is hope, the fact that I can contemplate the loss means that there is hope again. Life itself is a chance again. When the investment is hope, the reward of lost hope is the ability to hope a new hope. To hope a new hope. Grammatically incorrect, but it's completely soothing to my soul. Poems in My Time of Grief by Hajarak Piton, written on the 3rd of June, 2026. God bless.